and welcome back to Budget with Becca. On this video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of an unboxing of my new budget planner. I am so excited. I ordered this about a couple weeks ago, and not a couple weeks ago, I think it was last week actually, and it just arrived. This budget planner was around just under $30. I believe it came up to 28 something, but the shipping took a little bit longer because it was coming from the States and I live in Canada. But here it is, and I'm so excited to unbox it. But before we get started, just a quick little nail cam. Here's my new nails all ready for Valentine's Day. If you can't tell, I love the color pink. Also, my shirt's pink today, so you might see that theme in our unboxing today. So the budget planner I went with is the Clever Fox. So I haven't taken it out of the plastic just yet, but I have opened the box just to make sure it was that. It is like a rose gold color, and there's the back. So the main reason why I went with this planner, there are so many budget planners out there, but my focus was the bi-weekly piece. I get paid bi-weekly and I budget bi-weekly. So I wanted a book and a planner that followed my structure. So this is what I decided to go with. The planner that I've kind of been using has just been a normal notebook. Now, you don't have to get a planner like this to begin. I just had a notebook lying around that I like to use, and I will still continue to use. But I did all my budgeting. I kept all my papers all in this red folder, but I'm really ready to move on to a proper planner and follow more of a plan and maybe get some more ideas of how I could lay out my budget in a planner over just a notebook. But you don't have to have a proper planner if you don't want to spend the money, or you don't want one and you're just starting. You can have a notebook. I have just taken off the plastic and just had a good feel of it and a good look at the back, and I gotta first say I love the color. I love the feel of it. It's a great size. It is 5.8 by 8.3, so just for size reference, I'll get you a piece of paper here. This is an 8 by 11 piece of paper, a computer piece of paper, and that's the size of the book. So a good size. I wanted something big, but not too big, that I could easily keep at my desk. I was also looking for a book with a spine, a ring spine. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but the rings here to keep it open flat. But all of those were way too big, and they did not have the bi-weekly focus that I was looking for. So I said that, you know, I don't need that portion because I really am focusing on the bi-weekly. So a little bit about this planner is it's a whole year budget planner. It calculates your net worth calculator, annual financial goals, strategy and tactics, oh my goodness, apologies, money opportunities, monthly calendars, the bi-weekly budget plan, debt payoff trackers, saving trackers, check register, holiday budget, regular bill tracker. So that's really great. One thing I have not done is track my spending. I know I take money out of my envelopes, but I don't really track down where I'm spending it, when I'm spending it, and what places I'm spending it, and how much. So I'm looking forward to kind of tracking my spending. That was one of my goals for this year. Not only making sure I'm paying off debt and how much I'm putting away to debt, but also just tracking my spending. So I'm excited to look into this planner. So let's crack it open. So opening this planner, I'm going to start at the back because I just peeked through it, and all of the information on how to use the planner is right here, which is great because I'm going to be looking over that, and it really helps with getting an idea what you can do with your planner. You may not always think of things, and these companies normally provide some information on how best to use it. So that is great. So I'm going to read through that. Warranty card. And some beautiful stickers. I love the gold, the rose gold tinge to it. There it goes, shiny. So it gives you 3 sheets. So I've got those 3 sheets that I will try using. I'm not the best with using stickers in planners or budget planners. I have a teacher book, teacher day of the week planner, but I don't really use the stickers it provides. But I will definitely try this because I would like to keep track of these books as I go along in my journey. Then it comes with 3 bookmarks, which is great because you can bookmark different pages. That's such a cool feature to have. And then let's go to the front of the book. So this piece of paper just comes off and the back. Put that to the side for now. And let's go flip through the book. So the planner, first page, it's just your information, your phone number, where to return this to. Oh, and then you open right into your financial goals. I'm just going to move these out the way so we can be more center. So here are the financial goals. I love this. You have goals all the way up to 10. You don't probably have to use all these goals. I might do 5 goals for the first half of the year and then maybe my last 5 goals for the end of the year. If anybody's heard of SMART goals, making sure they are specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable, and timely, I believe is the T. So making sure they follow those SMART goals is always good because you don't want to create goals that you can't actually achieve. And make sure that it's not too broad of a goal. So think about SMART goals, look into that. That's always a great thing for goals in any aspect of your life. But they're a financial goal piece for it. My strategy, so it says new skills I need to learn to achieve my financial goals. So this is a great piece. Can't wait to write about that. My money affirmations for wealth and prosperity. So affirmations have been a big thing recently in our world, especially after COVID, to remind yourself and those mantras and those affirmations that you can say daily. My tactics is actions I will take to earn more money and actions I will take to cut my expenses. So these are good personal targets to have that also include with your goals. The next side is your net worth. Calculate your net worth and start growing it. So you've got your assets, liabilities, investments, debt, property, retirement, and my net worth. So that'll be good to fill out just to see where you're starting. I like to date my stuff, so I'll probably put the date I wrote this in and the year, just so I know if I look back on it where we are at. Money opportunities. So find ways to multiply your income streams and ride your way to financial freedom. Woohoo! I love everything to do with financial freedom. So what am I good at? How much can I expect to earn? What are my hobbies and interests? How do I monetize my hobbies? Ooh, great way of thinking about it. Starting these goals and thinking about all these things without the book. This is kind of why I started my YouTube channel, keep myself accountable, but also provide a platform for others to share and kind of like a hobby for me. All right, then we've got the year at a glance. You've got all 12 months laid out over the 2 pages. Then we go into, oh, lovely, your calendar. So as you can see, these calendars aren't dated, which I love that because you can use this and start it at any point. So I'm starting in January just because that's when I've decided to really focus on this journey. But if you want to pick this up in the middle of the year, you're good to go because you can maybe put this as July, and this could be a July to July budget planner, and you just make sure you fill in the correct dates as you go along. I believe each page is a different color. So we got a blue, we got a yellowy gold, a purple, and a green. Oh, they're all different colors. So they can tie into your budgets color coded. That's really nice, a good focus. So every single calendar is a different color. So you've got the calendar first. Let's get to the end of that. And then here we go. So this is the part that I really got this budget planner for, because I know the Clever Fox kind of has the same layout with these calendars and the beginning part. So not all I shouldn't say because I'm not sure of that, but most Clever Foxes that I did my research on, their planners all have this kind of beginning portion for their budget planners. But this is the part and the reason why I got this one specifically, because of the bi-weekly focus. So period, I would put the time frame maybe, or the date that I get paid for. The goals, I love that. The goals that you're focusing on for that short-term time period. So for example, I might even put like one of my goals for the month of February, I know is just going to be to drink a lot more water. So I might not even add that as a focus. That does help with your budget because you're not I wouldn't be buying juice, or I wouldn't be going out if I could ever go to a restaurant again with our lockdown situation, making sure that I only order water. So maybe that's a personal goal or a financial goal, how you can spin it. But I would add that goal here. Upcoming purchases, things that I know I'd probably be buying. So for example, gifts, or I have a trip that's coming up that my final payment's coming for. I would write that in here. Upcoming bills, due date, and amount. Here's more specific. So maybe this upcoming purchases, and then these are upcoming bills. So these are maybe more broad, and then this is more specific because you need the due date and the amount. Then you've got your income. So it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4 spots for 4 different streams of income. The date, estimated how much, and then the actual. So if you're planning ahead, you might do your estimated at the beginning of the month. And then when you know you get actually paid, you can write down the exact amount. And then savings, the date, how much, and actual. Then you've gone into the other side, which is category and expenses. So for here, I was thinking I would probably write what I do my budgeting for is my sinking funds and my cash dividers. How much I've budgeted, how much actual, and the difference. And then right at the end has a little budget summary, which I'm looking forward to doing because I've never really sat down at the end of a pay period, at the end of the budget section or period, and I've reviewed what happened in that period, but this will be good. What the opening balance was, total income, total expenses, differences, total savings, and total leftover. So that is what these 2 pages show. You flip over, you've got your expense tracker. So this is where I'm looking forward to writing down where I spend my money on, what the category is for, and how much. So this will be great. I really love how this is laid out. It gives you so much room. And even if you go over this page, you've got an ideas and notes page right beside that you can easily extend onto here. But this is great. It shows you the date, description, category, and amount. So I'm looking forward to using that. And I believe it then repeats itself. Yeah, then it's the next bi-weekly budget. You do that. So for me, it'd be twice a month. I'll be filling this in. It changes colors like the months. It does not line up with the months, which would have been cool to have, but it is a little different, but it still changes color, which helps with keeping on track. I like that. So let's get to the end. So there should be, I believe, I don't know if it's 52. I'll have to look into exact amount of these sections for bi-weekly budget. I'm not sure. It might give you 20, 23, 24. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's get to the end of the bi-weekly budget section. And then we get into here, we've got our savings tracker. So this is the last expense and idea notes. Then we get into the savings trackers. So you can maybe do this for your sinking funds, or maybe you have a bigger savings account. I have a few online that I'm saving for. I've got my emergency fund and my just regular savings account. So I might track them here and then track other, maybe my sinking funds here. That might have a little bit of room for that as well. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spots for savings trackers. So depending on how many sinking funds you have or what sinking funds you would like to log, you can do that here. I might do that for like Christmas and maybe like car maintenance, car insurance, that kind of stuff that I'm saving for. And since this is only for a year, this budget planner is only for a year, then the next year you would just add on. So if you'd run out of room, but there should be enough space here. For the savings tracker, it says what you're saving for, the amount needed, which I kind of like because not always do I do a maximum or what the amount I need for that savings, but that's a good goal to have. The due date, maybe you have a timeline you need it by. Then you've got the date, the deposit, and total saved. So you can put the date, if it was today's January 23rd, how much you've deposited. Actually, today's the 24th, apologies. January 24th, how much you deposited. So if you're doing that bi-weekly, and then the total amount that you've saved. So you've got those each here, which is great. And then you go into your debt trackers. I believe debt trackers is about the same. It should be about 8. Yep, 8 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got debt name, starting balance, minimum payment, date, amount paid, balance, and that repeats itself for your debt tracker. If you don't have many debts, I only have 2 major debts that I'll probably be logging on these sheets. I might extend my savings tracker in there. I can easily change out the names up here and fill it in because deposit, total saved, amount paid, amount balance, those words are interchangeable. So you can continue that. You can also continue all the way down. If you are tracking for a long time and you're making extra payments, you can continue that debt all the way down to the end of the sheet and just include it in the debt names here. So there are the debt trackers. Oh, we might have more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, you've got 12 spots for debt tracker. So there you go. Apologies, not 8, 12 spots for debt tracker. And then we move on to, you've got holiday budget. That's great. If you celebrate Christmas, maybe celebrate another holiday, but you know that holiday occurs around the same time every year. For people that celebrate Christmas like I do, we know that's December 25th. That date does not change. It's always been December 25th, so you can plan and budget accordingly. So holiday budget, what you've budgeted, what you've actually used. So you've got gifts, wrapping and cards, groceries, decorations. This is great to have, especially for the end of the year, to keep yourself on budget and on track. So the holiday gifts, you have the recipient, the gift, budgeted, and actual. This is also good just to keep track of what you want to buy people for gifts. Every year, I just kind of type it in my notes on my phone, but this will be good to have because you're also including the amount that you're spending on each person. Not that that matters, but it's good to kind of, for your own budget purposes, to see how much you budgeted and what you've actually spent on that person. And then that continues on to holiday spending. You've got the date, the description, category, and amount. So maybe that's going out to eat. Maybe it is bringing something to work. Maybe that is a Christmas party, whatever it may be, you can log that here. Then you've got your regular bill tracker. So that is right here. If you've got regular bills that you need to track, you've got the bill and the month. You can include it here and probably how much you spent. I would need to look at this a little bit more to see how it's best for me to use and how to use it. Then you've got summary of the year. So you've got your month, your income, expenses, difference, savings, and monthly expense summary. You've got your category. This is great to have just to log it all and to help with you finding out what your net worth is by the end. So you've got 2 pages of that summary of the year. Then you've got the check registrar. If anybody still uses checks, there are still people that use checks. Here's a good page, apologies, to log everything in. And then you've got your accounts information. I probably will not be using this, and I'm going to suggest not doing it written down because you do not want to have your account and username information just lay out there and your password or your hint. But for some people, they may need this. I don't think I'll be taking this out of my house, but doesn't mean that I would still feel safe enough to use this part. I would probably log my account, but not maybe the password or the username for those. But there's lots of spaces for that. This maybe is just any account. It doesn't have to be your bank account. My brain went straight to bank account because it's a budget and financial planner here. But this might be your Netflix account or your Disney Plus account or your Cricut account, whatever you may have. You can log that information here. And then you've got a couple of pages that are just some notes and dot paper. So that is great. So there's the planner. And as you can see, I was really worried about the planner staying open, but it does a pretty good job of that if I just crease it a little bit, sitting flat. So I was worried about that, not having that spiral binding, but it does a great job of that on its own. Maybe they knew that the people would be very, not fussy, but expecting it because you need to have it sit flat and open. But here it is. It opens quite nicely, and you've got the 3 bookmarks right there, and it closes. And then the last thing I might not have mentioned is it has a pocket at the back to store any extra receipts or maybe any other pertinent information you might have. And then you've got the elastic band to keep it all closed and nice and neat. So there we go. I'm so excited to dive in and start using this planner. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. I am so excited to use this new budget planner. I'm excited to do the layout, follow the instructions, and kind of read it and make it my own, but also kind of follow what they have done as some examples. I'm going to try my best to use these beautiful stickers. I didn't really do a close-up on the stickers, but here you are. Maybe you can read some of those you might be interested in. I know Clever Fox also sells the sticker packs on their own, but it's kind of nice that they also provide the stickers with your budget book. So again, the reason why I got this one specifically and not a bigger one, not a smaller one, because I really wanted that bi-weekly focus. I'm really excited, like I said, to use this. It's so pretty. I'm excited to do it with my cash envelopes and my stuffing, and I think this will keep me a little bit more organized and give me more of a symmetrical system month to month using a planner that's already laid out for me. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I do cash stuffings, I do budget videos, and anything else financial related that comes to my mind and I want to share with YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!